Hey guys, it's Dan again with Eagle Mountain Solar, and today's topic is whether or not it makes sense to get solar panels if you're only going to be living in the home for a few years, maybe. And this is a question I get a lot, and there's definitely a lot of different aspects of the question. And another big factor is really how many years you're planning to be in the home. People ask this because most solar companies will talk about 25-year savings or 30-year savings when they're going over the savings proposal with you. Because, yeah, like most investments, the longer that you have it, the biggest benefit that you're going to see from it. For sure, it's always better to have the system for longer rather than less time. However, there are also short term plans for getting a solar system. When I talk to homeowners and they're saying, oh, I'm only going to be in the house for 1 or 2 years, like, yeah, you're not going to see long term savings with that. However, in this particular case, the only viable option I see is to use the solar system as more of a tax break. Because what's nice about solar is that you can get it for $0 down and finance the rest of the system. And then there's currently a 30% tax credit on your system. And you actually can get that all back on the first year or up to 5 years, depending on your tax liability. So if you do the financing option, then you have a $0 down, you're paying a fixed monthly payment for the system, and they'll typically start you out at a lower monthly payment for the first year and a half as well, and then increase it if you don't apply the tax credit to the loan. In this case, I wouldn't apply the tax credit to the loan because then you'd be benefiting the next homeowner. You can pocket that tax credit. So if you have, say, a $20,000 system, then you can get a $6,000 tax credit for it. I think I did the math right on that. And this tax credit should more than cover your payments for the system in the few years that you're going to be in the home and then some. And then what's nice is that every solar lender, well, at least every solar lender that I'm aware of, will allow you to transfer the payment over to the next homeowner. So essentially, you're getting this system, you're getting the tax break, it's covering your payments while you're there, and then getting you even more on top of it. And then when you sell the home, the next homeowner can either take over those payments or you can sell the system with the price of the home if that makes more sense. Though, if you're only a year or two into it, it's probably a big chunk of money that you still owe, so it's probably easier to do the transfer. And then you just wash and repeat on the next home. So you move to the next house, you can get solar on that one as well, and also get another tax credit. And just like anything with taxes, I'm not a tax professional, so definitely consult with an accountant or a tax professional for it. But that's essentially how it would work. So if you were going to stay only for a few years, that's how I would do it. If you're going to stay for longer than that, there are a few different options that you can do. Like I mentioned before, the system is transferable. So if you're going to be benefiting from the fixed monthly payment on your electric bill, you can use it for the years that you're in the house. And then when you go to sell, then you can either have that transferred over or pay off the system with the sale of the house. It depends on how much is left on the loan. Like if you're only talking maybe $5,000 left that you're paying off the system, on a $600,000 home, it's probably easier just to add that in. I'm sure they won't even notice it. And then houses with solar sell for on average like 4.1% higher than those without anyway. So might as well just add that in and not go through, the headache of transferring over that monthly payment. There is a third option, though I've never seen anyone actually do it, but you could technically take the system with you, like uninstall it or reinstall it on another home. Though you're going to be incurring those labor costs, probably messing up whatever warranties you have, possibly having an issue with the roof of the home that you're selling, and also the fact that the new home may not be as good of a fit for solar or need the kind of system that you have on your current home. So I wouldn't recommend that third option. I would definitely leave the system with the house that it's on and then have that passed off to the next homeowner. And the nice thing is that the longer that you're in the home, the more it's going to be benefiting the next homeowner that's buying it. So it makes it a lot easier to sell. Because when you first buy it, usually your monthly payment's close to what you're paying anyway for electricity. But fast forward 10 years down the road, then they'd be saving a lot of money with your solar system. Plus, it's maybe halfway paid off at that point. So it makes it a much easier conversation to say like, hey, you can either have me take these panels with me and you pay a $300 electric bill, or you keep the panels on and you pay a $150 payment on the solar panels. So most people would take that option, especially, and they don't have to go through the, all the work that you did to get those panels installed. So getting solar panels can definitely make sense in the short term, though, like I mentioned, there's kind of a few tricks that you have to do for it to make sense in a really short term plan. But like always, the best thing for solar is to have it for a long period of time and have the system paid off and benefit by not having a solar payment, not having an electric bill either, and having the system just pay for itself. And as always, if you have any questions about solar in general, just comment below. Please like and subscribe and inquire on our site if you'd like to have a personalized consultation for your home as well. Thanks for watching.